No, no. My iPad audio on. Hopefully no one's heard. Oh dear. Anyway, right, everyone can ready up then for what we've got here. Yeah, it's unfortunate they have low attendance, but it's life, innit? We've had really good attendances this season, to be fair. I need someone to press the ready up button. How's everyone? If we've got anyone in the chat? It'd be nice to hear from some of yous, as always. Always like to talk with my chat. Should be an interesting little race we've got today. Oh my word. Sorry, if we do get some meows because the cat is in my room today, and the cat would probably start running out if it was like this in real life. Hello 21, how are you, my friend? And I've got a little intro for you guys. So good evening, welcome back to CLR Friday. We are down under at Albert Park for round 19, the penultimate round for this season. So our drivers' champion has already been decided, with Hump taking the honour at Mexico. But who will take the constructors? Mercedes have creeped ahead of Williams for a 2-point lead, 321 to 319. But who knows what will happen on these streets at Albert Park, a track that has provided jeopardy over the years for some and ecstasy for others. So who will win tonight? Well, we just have to find out. Yeah, it's raining. Just like real life, hey? Hope everyone's had a good week. Good to see our drivers in the session today. We have a 35% race, 20 laps instead of the usual 29 here. But it should be interesting nonetheless. I mean, Albert Park always provides some action. We'll have to see what happens. Oh, shut up, Jens, honestly. Well, why would they start calling me Goose in their ticket? I don't understand it. It's rigged. It's so rigged. Full wets, it looks like, for Hump. Yeah, the track looks very wet at the minute. Full wets would be advisable. I'm going to put the tyres on the screen because I don't know we do that in Quali, but I want to see, obviously for now, which tyres these guys are on. We have to see which, obviously, the gears that they use as well in these full wet conditions. Yeah, it always rains on Friday, doesn't it? Always. It should. To be fair, the rain always provides action on these races, and I want to know if it's going to be a dry race. Obviously, I'll reduce the race, but it should be interesting still, even in these conditions. I mean, the Formula One race recently, real life here, was an interesting race with changeable conditions. Yeah, 21, just got to drive. Simple as that. That's the tip I give to anyone in this condition. Just drive, you know. Just don't think about anything else. Just drive. Simple as that. And that's just a very simple tip that I give people. But it's true. You just got to drive at the end of the day. My stream replay is currently glitching at the minute. Let me just put a new holder up. But we are watching on board with your championship winner. The championship winner for the drivers, which is Hump. He's won the championship with 2 races to spare. Obviously, he won last week in Mexico with the championship. He won the championship, didn't win the race. Finsick won the race. We're going to watch on board with Hump for the entirety of this lap. Should be interesting to see how he gets on. Keeps into 7th gear. That's definitely one you have to do in this condition. Just maximising the revs. Finding an exit. I'm not surprised. These conditions are going to see the rear ends of those cars shaking around. Literally, Hump will need to keep that under control, just as he has been doing for the last 18 rounds. Such an incredible season this guy's had. Will he win 2 championships with his teammate Ricciardo? Well, it's a 2-point gap at the minute, and it should be interesting to see how they go now. That lag is not ideal to watch, really, but happens now and again on these streams. Anyway, Hump using a lot of his overtake on that straight. He's got a good amount of ERS left there. We just want to give you a little guide about the bar just above the yellow bar. That's the amount of ERS he's got left on the lap. So obviously he can deploy until that green goes down to the bottom. Obviously, it's sliding to the left. So it'll be interesting. Obviously, the usage of ERS in this condition. I don't really think it goes down much in the rain, typically for me, but maybe for others it does, with a more aggressive ERS use. It looks like he's been going quite nicely on this lap, and he's going to cross the line, set the first lap. I'm sure it's going to get better, 29.6 for the first lap of the day. Finsick is going to complete a lap next. So the flying Finn in the RB V-carb goes into the 31s. I want to get leader, so he's 1.3 off. Kuruma goes 3.3 off the pace for now. He just clocked to 32.9. We'll be interested how he gets on with these lower numbers. High position is definitely possible for anyone. Can't be ruled out. Let's now see. No, it was actually Bjorn. It was right to be on board with Bjorn, because he's the next one current lap, because Jens is on an out lap. We will probably cut to him soon. But Bjorn Quint! Oh my word. That looked really sketchy out of that corner. Onto the grass. He just controlled it through there. Obviously, very difficult to keep under control, because he loves a little wiggle with his under the braking. He does a 30.0 for the first lap for him. Callum is going to be next. Is this going to be a P1? No, it's P3, and he is placed with a 30.5. So this man... And we've seen Jens out of the session already. So it's a good start to the Australian Grand Prix for Jens. He's crashed at turn 5, isn't he? He's crashed it. Come on, let me see him. Oh, it doesn't show him. No. But anyway, Jens has crashed out at turn 5. Now, he has history at turn 5 at this track. I remember this Season 3 race here. He crashed at that corner as well. So, you know, I'm going to have to rename turn 5 to the Jens corner. So, yeah. Congratulations, Jens, on another great crash to add to your long bucket list. Blow goes P2, and he's completed a nice lap. Beyond the Silver Fox is just behind. And drivers are doing multiple laps, of course, multiple runs. Hump is about 4 attempts up, and we can see the split now, half a second now through the middle sector. Obviously, he's got the Friday debutant in front of him. He's going to get out of the way, I assume. Yeah, he's just got out of the way nicely there. I will do a little mention about Hanlit. That's what he was known as, but his name in game, Six Path Ham. So I don't know what I'm going to call him. You could call him Six Path Ham or I don't know. I think maybe Six Path might work. Anyway, Hump coming around the last corner. Nice little control on that Mercedes. Going to extend that P1, isn't he? He's got them at least nearly a second faster. Yeah, 28. It's a very strong lap. And to see who can catch up. Scouser is about to complete a lap. Been out for a few weeks. He goes P3. A nice lap on the Inters. And that's going to be an RB behind. That's Finsick going P2. 65 thousandths off Humph. Ricardo's on the lap. We will cut back to him shortly. We've got drivers completing laps though behind. Karuma is nearly 2 seconds up on his lap time. Across the line now and does improve his lap but not his position. Now 1.8 off the pace, just off Callum. But I do want to do a nice little feature on board with the new Friday driver. Six Path, I'm going to call him. In the Aston Martin today. He's joined Aston Martin for the last 2 races. New driver in CLR. He was racing in the Thursday race. Now, I think he was lapped at the end of that race, but it'll be interesting how he gets on today. Obviously, he will be guaranteed points. That's for sure if he finishes. A good opportunity for him today. The Dominican driver. First Dominican driver I'm aware of to be in CLR. So, yeah, we'll repping a new country in CLR. But yeah, let's see how he gets on today. We're going to stay on board with him. Ricardo actually went P8. But let's cut back now to the Aston Martin driver through the last corner as he uses his overtake. And let's see, is this going to be a lap time of 33.5, so P10 for now. Well, at least he's going to be starting heavy Jens, eh? Jens, oh, he's raging everywhere. Oh, no. Oh, good luck, MJB, though. He goes P1, 38, 28.2. Well, Jens, what happened at turn 5? You know, it's your second time you've done that. Oh, no. This guy's like a crash machine, isn't he? Enough taking the mick out of him. It looks like the track is starting to dry. So that dry line, well, not dry line, but drier line, starting to appear. The Inters are going to be better. It looks like Finsick has found half a second in that first sector. As the intermediates may start becoming better shortly. Some drivers are in the pit lane to put the Inters on. And it does look like the rain has got lighter from earlier, so it is now the crossover period in qualifying. Finsick does invalidate his lap. Might be time to come into pits and put new Inters on. I don't think that's a bad shout. We've got any drivers on a lap right now. MJB is not currently running on a lap. It would be interesting, obviously, if MJB does win today, because the next race after this for him in the Thursday tier is going to be very important, because that's going to be the drivers drivers championship decider. It's 3 points now between MJB and Hobnob, so it will be interesting how those two get on. Hobnob is not here today. It normally would be, but not here. So yeah, it will be interesting how those two get on in that particular fight. And in today's fight, MJB, well, he could extend that lead for P2 in the Drivers' Championship over Hobnob. Those two have been battling a lot this season. So Callum is about 6 attempts up as he came through the middle sector split. So it will be interesting how he gets on today. He did a nice race in FSR Rail in Australia. I think he's quite good round here from what I've seen in the past. So yeah, let's see. That's a good boost for Williams, because he needs to make up points already for Jens. He'll be carrying the Grove team, the team from Grove. Or will he be bringing the grooves from Grove? And Mercedes, the boys from Brackley. Callum goes P1, 28.1. Pretty nice lap. And he is P1 for now, at least. Below is finding 3 attempts through the first sector. Now comes through that interesting corner, turn 6, the George Russell corner. Let's now see. No, you did not just call me a crash machine. Yeah, I did. I did call you a crash machine. Oh, good to see you. That's whatever your name is this week, Jaruski, um, or better known as Neon, or Goober Banana Pants, or Andrew, or I don't know what he's gonna name himself next week. But good to see you in the chat, mate. Blow coming round the second to last corner now. And Jens obviously brings up his crash in the pit lane. I did forget about that one, Jens. So thanks for reminding me. Yeah, you are a crash machine. Blow crosses the line. That's P1 for now, at least. 4 attempts he's put between him and Callum. Obviously, the track is drying, so that's a factor in his favour. I want to see how Hump's getting on. He did start a lap behind Blow. And obviously, Hump has been great in all conditions this season, but will be interesting to see how it goes. The track looks like it's drying quite a lot now. I think we are just going to end on inters for now. Hump puts 73 thousandths, goes P1, 27.6. Obviously, Blow won his first race in CLR this season. He's also won a race on the Thursday tier in this season when he's been reserving, but he won his maiden race at Singapore in this tier. So could Blow go for it again? Well, he's furiously cutting the corners, probably to try and get back to the pit lane. But should be interesting to see how Blow gets on. Finsick is on a lap actually, so let's go on board with the Flying Finn. Very overused nickname, but it just goes well with a nice little bit of alliteration. He found 9 temps in the first sector. Oh, it was close to the line, very close, but he kept it just within track limit. He would have lost time on the exit there, 6. Now coming through one of the 4 DRS zones we'll see in the race, maybe, if it's dry. But Finsick looking for the brake pedal now. More brakes than you would normally go through there, in the qualifying at least. Looks like he is on a very nice lap. Braking now for turn 11. Important to just avoid that inside curve slightly, the red part of it, because it's going to unsettle the car. And it looks a bit wiggly through the McLaren corner. Not really aware of any corner names, but I'm just going to name the corners after some things that happened today and also from past events. Finsick crossed the line. That's a nice lap for P1, 27.2. He's found 4 temps. Kuruma goes P6 then with a 28.8. That is 1.6 off his teammate, but a nice position for him. P6! Oh my word, did he miss concentrate there? And that was very close to Scalzo in the end. A bit of Kevin Magnussen style there, perhaps. That's a decent one from Kuruma. It's 6th path on a lap. We did improve on his last lap. He is... I want to see his lap. He did a 30.7. He is currently just under 4 temps off Ricciardo, so it will be interesting if he can find another lap. He's 2 seconds down in his first sector. To be fair, he is out of ERS. Just need to recharge and get ready for the next lap. A lot of drivers leaving it late. I would recommend 2 push laps in a row for the final run and into conditions. It just works for me. Maybe not for you, but for me it works. Right, we've got Callum then. We're going to track Callum for this lap. He will definitely have time for 2 laps. As goes absolutely flat through turn 5. Invalidates on the exit though. So, unfortunately for him, he didn't end up like his teammate, but that's a lap lost for Williams. Currently Mercedes P2 and P9. Williams currently 4th and 11th. So we are keeping our eyes on the constructors' battle. Mercedes will be looking for a points gain, Williams as well. Now, a reminder that Mercedes can win the constructors today, but they need a huge point swing. They need a 43-point lead in this race. It is a 2-point lead right now. So I'd say that's very unlikely, but it is mathematically possible. That's literally if everything just clicks into place. It has to be literally a perfect scenario. I'm going to track with Scouser then. So he's getting a distant tow there from the Mercedes. And I want to see a sector split. So he is 1.5 up. So he's about 9 tenths at the moment, but he's probably going to get that sort of time in the last sector. He is down in the RS, but the time is going to come with the track drying up. Scouser over the curb. Didn't look a heavy contact with the curb from the offboard. Into medium ERS now, so some drivers changing their deployment options. Humps on an out lap. Finsick goes P1 again. Was totally missed that lap from him. We see Scouser now across the line. Goes P2, 27.4. That's quite a while off, to be fair. Finsick has done a very, very strong lap there. Karuma coming through the last corner. This is going to be his last lap, isn't it? Yeah, checker flag now flies. Finsick goes P7, so an improvement about half a second. The next driver is Callum. Yes, so Callum is on his lap right now. He's about half a second up. Oh, it was very close to the grass there. If he did touch the grass, he is spinning round. But we're going through turn 12 now. Didn't go off like his favourite driver, Lando Norris. But now high gears for Callum through these corners. Second gear out of there and into the final corner. Callum Wolf now, we'll see his lap time. It goes onto the front row for now, 4 tenths off. The Silver Fox is next. Let's see what he can do. He's had a bit of a troublesome season, but let's see if he can go for pole position today. Bjorn Quint crossed the line, P3. And his good mate MJB's behind it. Obviously, he goes on to pole, obviously. But now, blows on across the line, doesn't take pole position. We've got Humph now. He's invalidated, so he'll be starting 7th at least. We've got Ricardo then. Could he make up time for Mercedes? Ricardo now crosses the line. He will go P8. So it's 7th and 8th for Mercedes. We've got Finsick not improving, but MJB takes yet another pole position in the Friday tier. It's a very impressive lap at the end by nearly half a second. Of course he gets pole position, of course. He's very, very good at his qualifying lap, so congratulations to MJB 25. That's probably like his 25th pole or something. We're now looking at the chat. Yeah, I know. Jans, I'd like to give you the finger if it wasn't family friendly. Oh dear. Ginger Nut win tonight. I got to be serious now, joking. Right, this is qualifying classification. MJB pole, Finsick front row. Second row consisting of Blow and Callum. Bjorn Quint starting with Scouser, Humph, Ricardo, as Merckx 7th and 8th. Karuma 6th path in 10th. And Jens DNF from the session. I apologise for calling that. Jens says, let's all praise King K-Mag for producing a great ending to that. Yeah, that was a lovely race. Jens says, the same Gasly's win. Yeah. 21 says, what happened, Jens? Well, Jens happened. We will be back shortly. I'm just going to take a momentary break. Good to be back, guys. Just waiting now for Cam to choose when to ready up. Don't ready up, guys. Wait for his instruction, as always. Make sure you have a set. I don't know what the strategy is going to be in a 35% race, but I will go through what would be normal in a 50%. I'm not sure what it would be today. We'll find out shortly. It should be interesting though. Regardless, it should still be a good race. I mean, we've got less laps, but it's more of a sprint then, isn't it? And this track always provides good action racing-wise. Although I hate racing around this track, me personally. But it should be good for our other drivers, the ones who actually have skill. Nah, I'm not going to do myself like that. Nah, I have plenty of skill. But we are now waiting. Very soon we will get to ready. It's a ready up message. Twinner says, I hope I don't get wiped on the foot. Yeah, I hope you have a good race, mate. Honestly, yesterday was very unlucky for you. Maybe part of that was my fault, but yeah, we'll have to see how you get on. Hope you have a good time, though. Right, we get the jingle now for ready up. Form lap then. Yeah, form lap. It didn't do a green light for some reason. Normally it does. Right, tyres. So everyone starts on the medium except for Scouser, hard tyres. Now, that's not a surprise. I mean, a 50%. You would expect a lot of the guys to start on the mediums. But let's now go through some of the track stats here. So we have 14 turns, 5 left-handers and 9 right-handers. Overtaking spots, I would say into turn 1, turn 3 as well, and turn 11. I'd say turn 9 there's a chance with that DRS, but it's not really a corner you want to go for a move at. Safety car, I'll say medium-high here. Obviously it's a street track, always a high risk of a safety car. And the 50% strategy would be medium-hard or hard-medium. I would say the soft tyres are not really good around here, normally. CLR Australia winners, shout out to these previous race winners. So Mel Jadas, oh my words, that's a long time since I heard that name. Season 2. Season 3 Thursday went to Beyond. Where is he? There he is. Season 3 Friday went to Reggie, and I hope he does well in his exams. And MJB won the Season 4 Thursday race. I'm so happy actually to say Reggie's name on the race when statistic. The track length is 5.278 kilometers, 3.28 miles. We have 20 laps ahead of us. So what is going to happen, and my predictions for today's race, I'm going to say MJB will win from pole. I think it's going to be Hump P2, and I'm going to go beyond P3. That's going to be my prediction today. Jens lining up onto last place on the grid for today's Australian Grand Prix. And the tension is rising. Well, it's the calm before the storm. We're now going to see the lights turn on. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's going Australia. MJB gets a nice start there. Clearly ahead of Finsick towards turn 1. Looking behind there, our drivers going side by side. We have a Williams side by side. And everyone gets through turn 1 nicely. But Finsick has a run on the outside into turn 3. Finsick going for the round the outside on MJB. It was defended quite well, but Finsick gets an exit, not enough for a move. Scouser lost some places there. Blow is looking on the back of Finsick as everyone gets through nicely then. It's been nice and calm on the start here, but MJB got away nicely. Oh, my word. That was close to a huge crash, and Jens was involved. He's into the top 7 though, so he's made a brilliant start. Callum's going for P3 round the outside of not P3. They're going really battling for the front. Callum's looking at that P2 early on. He's going for the move here, and he's going for it. He's got to go for it. They're 2 by 2. Callum on the inside, and we see Hump arriving, and it's contact. And that's damage for someone there. I think that was an over-ambitious send from the Mercedes. But the Williams car is currently holding P3. Nothing major damage to Callum's race. All in all, a very, very emphatic first lap here at Australia. MJB leading. Everyone together still. Good to see. And we will now continue to watch out for more action, which I'm sure we get here. We're going to look at Blow, nearly looking for a move on Callum. I'm not sure why I said Scouser for the move earlier, but Blow is the lead Red Bull at the minute. Oh my word, Callum, that was an interesting line. Is he starting to get some ERS? Did he over-deploy in the first lap? Looks like it. I mean, he's a bit low on his ERS already, Callum. But are we going to see a move for P1 here on this straight? Is Vincent going to look for it? He's going to go back out. You wouldn't want to make a move there, and that's a very wise choice. This is the corner that you want to make a move into. This is turn number 11, and Finsick's looking on the outside. Then MJB is defending the inside. Finsick round the outside. MJB defends, gives a little squeeze. They remain side by side. Then 12. Oh, it was nearly a contact with them two. Finsick had the right to the corner. Blow is looking for that move on Callum. He is really looking, Blow, as the Williams driver is trying to defend, as everyone is still staying together. Hump sets the fastest lap of the race. It's actually going down the order. Ricciardo now does the fastest lap. He's actually running P11. We will take a moment soon to see who's got the fastest lap of this race. But Callum's now going on the outside. MJB brakes late to defend. MJB holds the place. Oh, bit of contact between Blow and Callum. Blow is really looking for the moves today, isn't he? He really wants it. He's looking for it. Finsick, though, with about half a second lead. They're really fighting. With sixth path and Karuma going through turn 6. And that's sixth path into P8. Now, the train's starting to brake slightly. Will Karuma, though, look for a move? Scouser is right behind them. They are going to go side by side. 3 wide nearly. That's not what we want to do here, but sixth path and Karuma going side by side. Oh my word. That is a huge incident. And that is huge damage for both of those drivers. The American driver and the Dominican driver with huge contact. Wow, that was a very big, nearly a very huge crash. Callum has dropped outside a second already to Finsick and MJB. I think the ERS struggles are starting to come into play. MJB now with the fastest lap. He's going for the lead, isn't he? MJB into turn 1. Well, that was not, it was a half move really. He didn't get to it fully. Will it be into turn 3 though? Late on the brakes, looking on the outside to the inside. MJB looks again. Oh, they're going to go side by side then through 4 and 5. Oh, it nearly was a huge side by side between them two, but MJB obviously thought better of it. It has allowed Callum back into the DRS, the front 2. And currently the Constructors' battle, well, we have 16 points being scored by Callum. And Jens is getting, that's going to be 24 for Williams at the minute. Mercedes are 14, and I will have to update later. I will just update after the race. We're going to keep our eye on the action here, obviously. That's what you've come to see. And that's a nice move for MJB. We are going to watch behind, though. There are more racing battles behind. It's the Silver Fox defending from Jens, who gets a really good exit out of turn 11. But Jens is really asking the questions. A nice start by him after his crash in qualifying. There probably is a curse with Jens at Australia, but hopefully that doesn't continue into today's race. I want to see him have a nice race. MJB with a decent looking lead. Ricciardo sets the fastest lap. What does that tell me? Well, Ricciardo with the fastest lap. Well, I'm not really sure what to say to that. Scouser is looking for a move. It was a nice lap from him though. But maybe it's the front guys are going very slow because they're fighting. But one guy isn't going slow as MJB, who's pulled about an 8 attempts lead. But the DRS is going to help Finsick come back into it. Quick look at the telemetry. Shows 35% on the Flying Finn's car in the RB. Is Callum going to look for a move again? Let's watch the ball with him. I've just seen Scouser gain a place on Ricciardo. Now, I don't think that Callum is going for a move here. Nothing stupid, of course. It looks like, yeah, Williams are outscoring Mercedes, I think, at the minute by 6 points. So that will be a 4-point lead for Williams. I will have to confirm that later, though. Because, obviously, I know some of the points, but not all of them, off by heart. Finsick then. We're now on to lap 6. It's absolutely flying by. There's a lot of fights. It's always good to see. Rumour and Sixth Path with the most major contact, and we saw Jens going very close with the driver on lap 1. But yeah, sorry about that pause. We now have 7 temps again, so it looks like MJB is really fast through the corners. He's guiding these guys on. 6 tenths of a second is the gap. It's Callum still a bit low on ERS. Obviously, this is a train. The 7-car train. And Callum going very wide there. I think Hump's going to look for a move here. He's got to look for it all, a bit of moving on the straight. Hump is going to go on the inside, sends it into turn 11. And oh my word, there's contact again between them two. And it's resulted in Hump losing a place. So Callum just defending the place, and Hump has obviously a bit of contact through the corner. A bit been put across perhaps. It looked like a very close call. I thought, I'm not really sure what to say about that one. It would be better to see the driver's perspective from just the off-board. Scouser going into P8 again. He doesn't like this track from what he said earlier in the chat, so P8 is probably better than what his prediction was. He said he would be lapped 150 times or something like that, so it doesn't look like he's going to be lapped 150 times today. Actually, he's on the lead lap still, so yeah, he's doing a good job, better than his expectations, eh? Ricciardo, sticking with him. The hards will probably start to feel better soon. Kuruma and Sixth Path are but just 30 seconds off those two. Well, 30 seconds for Kuruma and about 35 for Sixth Path. Let's call it that. Let's now see the next DRS straight for the lead train. Still got 7 drivers in the train. MJB's going to look on the inside again, isn't he? And it's just a smart decision by Finsick just to let it happen. Not to do anything stupid and risk a collision. Oh, they're going side by side into the last sector. Blow's looking at a move on Hump. Blow's into the pit lane, actually. He's going for the undercut Blow. Is it pit stop time? Maybe a lap early, but he's going to get the undercut. Hard tyres on. We are seeing Ricciardo as well in the pits. Hard tyres for him. Mercedes with nice pit stop. Would he get a huge undercut? Well, it has to be seen. I'm not sure if the undercut's going to be really effective because the DRS is so massive around here. If you cover out a train, you're probably losing around at least 5 or 6 tenths a lap. At least, I would say maybe a second in some cases if you've got a high ERS level left. Callum going very to the inside. Hump is just behind him again. Will they go racing again? MJB defending the inside. Finsick put him into that position. Hump's going for a move, and Callum has gone off the track, and it's a huge crash. Callum has crashed with a VSC. Now, has he lost it out of turn number 9 onto the curb too much? That is a common thing we saw on one of the old games. Well, the older games, really. But it's a full safety car. It is a full safety car. So, Callum's not out the race. He lost his front wing. But with the safety car is on track. Now, that's probably saved his bacon a bit. Anyway, hard tyres gone for MJB. I'd say hard for everyone. It's got to be. It's got to be. You can't really put the softs on for 12 laps, especially around this track. Jens into the top 3 now. Scouser's on mediums. understandable. To be fair, this mediums probably won't be as terrible as you would predict, because obviously he's going to have a few laps under the safety car whilst everyone catches up, just to get those tyres in shape. But that's put a huge curveball in the race, and unfortunately for Callum and Williams, well, the Williams have really swapped places. Jens is now in P3. That's obviously helped him out massively. Some guys changed the front wing. I noticed Humph lost places. To be fair, he did have wing damage, so he was changed the front wing. I think Beyond probably had wing damage as well, because they lost time. They changed their wings, I would assume. We are seeing medium tyres going for Karuma and Sixth Path as well. It is right to obviously just put new tyres on at this stage. May as well. The safety car's going to be out for at least a lap. Probably be in for lap 11. I think those mediums will make it, because they were on lap 8. Well, those guys were on lap 8 on those tyres, so they didn't look like they were struggling so much. I will take a moment just to pause. Have a nice little Coke. Anyway, we are looking behind. I want to see position changes. Jens has gained 8 places. Below's lost 1. We've seen gains for Scouser, 1, 2 for Ricardo. Beyond down 3, Callum down 5, Kruma and Sixth Path down 1 respectively. No DNFs as of yet. Well, it was very close to a DNF probably for Callum, but lucky for him, he is in this race still. He did lose his wing and he's lost place as a result, but he can still fight on, that's for sure. There's no questions about that. Now obviously that's thrown a curveball in this race. 16 points for Williams. I will just get the points scoring on my phone. So hopefully it was going to load. Yeah, there we go. So let's now see the point system of CLR. So Jens has got 16 and Callum is scoring 4, so that's 23 for Williams. Who's got the fastest lap? That's what I want to know. Ricardo. So Mercedes are getting an extra point anyway. 6th and 7th for Mercedes. 19. So Williams will be having a swing of 4 at the minute. So they'll be 2 points ahead as it stands. If it stays like this. Obviously, I'm not expecting it to stay like this, because there's a lot of laps to go. It might end like this, but let's see. Safety cars in this lap. MJB will lead them, as now acts as the safety car, will lead them to begin lap 11, and green flag running in CLR Friday. It's just a brief pause for a safety car. Callum losing his front wing up turn number 9, no, turn 10. But yeah, let's now see what MJB will decide. Is he going to go early? Is he going to go late? The safety car is still not in. Just got to slow down, let it go in, and then obviously decide. And what is he going to choose? A lot of smoke going up. But let's see when he's going to go. He's gone now. He's gone just before the final turn. He's gained about half a second as a result. Finsick just sticking with him, getting the slipstream. Everyone just staying single file, as you would expect on the restart. And looking towards turn 3. Anyone looking for a move? No moves, as we see Finsick just behind. Scouser with those mediums wants to use that tyre, get past his teammates and push on towards the higher positions. Well, he has a chance of a high position. For now, at least. Mercedes cars switch. Finsick received a 3 seconds for track limits. And Jens is coming through then for P2. So, the Great Dane is into the top 2. And they are going to go side by side behind. Finsick wants the place back. And the Red Bulls are going side by side as well. There's a Red Bull looking on the inside of Jens. Oh, the Red Bulls. Oh, they need to make contact there. But Finsick does keep the place, but he received a 3-second penalty. Turn 6, it looks like. He's already exceeded his warnings. The Red Bulls were very close as well. Blow, it looks like he's struggling a little bit here. Now, it would be advisable just to do what Merck did, let the drivers swap. It looks like Scouser is faster at the minute. Humph is looking good as well. He'll fight on. Ricciardo would want to just stay with them. That's his goal, of course, because he is not obviously on the pace of Humph, but obviously he can have a good day and score some nice points like in Jeddah. He got a top 5. Maybe you could do that again. The Silver Fox will want to say something different. My word. That wiggling under braking is just so notorious from him. Everyone knows it. The master of the brake wiggles, Bjorn Quint. But anyway, it looks like this is going to be a move. Not yet at the front. We are seeing a move, and a move for Callum probably on Ricciardo as well. Ricciardo! Oh my word, they made contact, and nearly more contact with the Silver Fox and Callum. Scouser has lost places to Humph. So the Merc is gaining places. So Merc gaining place, and the Williams gaining place on the Merc. So it's really switching up at the minute. It's heating up here. Obviously, that penalty for Finsick's not going to help him. But let's see. 7 tenths is the gap Humph and the front guys. Fast lap for Blow. Scouser dropping back slightly. I mean, maybe the mediums are not as good as first anticipated. Switch for the lead. Sorry, I've gone backwards. But Finsick's in the lead. That's a comfortable move for him. Oh, Callum looking for Bjorn, isn't he? Bjorn is... Well, this is a little bit I wrote in my notes about Bjorn. He's just having a little era of Friday struggles after he is the defending champion of this season, and he's lost his championship, obviously, because Humph has won it already, but he's just having an era of struggles here in the Friday tier. It's obviously not what I want to see. Oh my word, that was close. That was very close. Bjorn and Ricciardo. Bjorn has made contact, lost out. That was very close to a crash on the straight. Oh, they're going side by side at the front as well. And no, but just the feature I want to say about Bjorn, really. I mean, he's just having an era of Friday struggles. He's just having difficult races on the Fridays. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I know he's a very good driver. He's always been a very, very strong driver. You know, you're not a champion if you're not a good driver. That's for sure. I hope Bjorn can have a better race for the remainder, and obviously into the final round at Spa. A bit of ghosting starting to happen at the front. Oh, Ricciardo is gaining the place on Callum. They're going side by side. This would be important for the constructors. Ricciardo looking, Callum just holding on the outside. It's a nice move. Apologies for the lag. This is not good to see. Ricciardo gains the place again. Oh my word, Bjorn has really gone off the track, and he's just been barged back to the front. And a 3 wide behind. It's 3 wide into turn 9. Jens has lost a lot of places as a result, and Humph is back into P4. But Jens is going to look on the inside, isn't he? No, he's not. Not for now, Jens. Not for now. Continuing his fight on the Great Dane. Oh, wait, his lag looks horrible. I think it's sorted out for us. Sometimes it just does that. It just starts to get a bit bitty, but Jens has looked a bit weird. His bit of lag all race. I noticed that a little bit of him on the Thursday stream as well, but Blow's looking for a move. Scouser receives a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Is it Blow's time to go on the inside? No. And that's just understandable, because you don't want to make a battle when the bigger picture is stay in the train, stick behind, and obviously pick up the pieces towards the end. Sixth Path has also received a 3-second penalty. He's currently running 11th. He's guaranteed points if he makes the flag, of course. That's been a nice little race. Blow remains P3, and we're seeing a move for P7. Callum back ahead of Ricardo. It's not been his day, Callum. Obviously, that shunt out of turn 10 has not helped at all. Not helped his cause. The minute the points will be counted up, I will just count them up after the race. I know I'm just saying that a lot, but okay. And it looks like MJB is in a nice phase at the minute, because this is what was starting to happen in the first stint. He was starting to get 6-7 temp gaps in the corners. That meant those guys couldn't go for the move. But is this going to end shortly? He's probably got superior ERS, MJB, and he's always very good on his ERS. I want to just have a look. Yeah, near maximum, 95%. It's very healthy levels. Scouser! Scouser has gone off in turn 5. He's lost a huge amount of that front wing. So the Red Bull just losing it, I assume. Well, he's lost his front wing, a lot of that right side. He'll have to change the wing. That's a huge moment for him, and a loss of points. It's not worked out, unfortunately, on the mediums. But to be fair, you could say that was just my expectations. Oh, he's out. He's parked it as a safety car again. Yep, so lap 16, we've got a safety car. It's staying out. No, you've got to pit. You've got to pit, surely. You've got to put the softs on. Put the softs on. You've got to come in. Especially if you're like Ricardo. Take a pit stop. Just take the risk. Put the softs on. Just do it. You could gain places as a result. I'm not sure why they all stayed out. Did they all think it's a VSC? Scouser has retired from the race, and unfortunately that's a DNF to his name out of turn 10. I'm just going to have a look. Hang on. Okay. Okay. Well, we have another safety car then. 10 drivers left in this race. Scouser are out. Ooh. Ricardo is still 8th. Or is he? Has he gained that place? I'm not sure. He's 8th place right now, and he's got the softs on. It will be interesting to see what he does. You know, it's worth going for it. It is very worth it, especially for someone like Ricardo. I'm not sure why they all didn't come in though. I would have come in definitely. That's a no-brainer in my eyes. But it's going to be after this lap. It will be 2 laps to the end. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of points up for grabs. The minute Williams are outscoring Mercedes. I just think that's a 4-point swing still. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just investigating something on Discord. Okay. Fair enough. Right. Back to Albert Park. And obviously the safety car is out for the second time. We've not got long left in this race. So who's going to win it? Well, MJB has driven brilliantly today. Another driver who's done very well is Jens. He's possibly on for a podium here. If he can gain places on Humph and possibly Blow. Even MJB. You never know what can happen in the last laps. You've got to go for it. Safety car is in this lap. Let's see what's going to happen, eh? I'm not going to make any predictions. Maybe they think their tyres are good enough. Because I've seen 35%. The hard tyres can last forever. Even more so than some of the 50% races we do. But MJB then has control again. It's his second safety car restart. Is he going to go similar restart on the first time? Or is he going to just go a bit different this time and try and catch him out? Oh my word, Humph. Oh, that looked very close for him. There's a moment under the safety car. He doesn't want to end up like Romain Grosjean. Although he still thinks Ericsson hit him. Anyway, MJB is backing him up. He's going to be out of this corner. He's going a bit later this time. It's going to be now. MJB has gone. Finsick with a slight tank slapper out the last corner. Not as much of a gap on this lap. But it is just a decent restart by MJB. Anyway, Finsick trying to keep in track with him. He's going for the move straight away. Looks like it. I think he's going to dive here. Finsick going on the inside into turn 3. No, backed out of that last minute. It looked like he was going for the move. Oh, it's an exit, poor exit from Blow. And that nearly allows a chance. Ricciardo has passed Bjorn. Ricciardo is into the top 7. He's making up places straight away. The soft tyres working out already. Jens receives a 3-second penalty for track limits. That is a huge moment for him in this race. Now the Williams are going to have to hold up Ricciardo because he's going to be flying here on the softs. Anyway, back to the lead. Finsick's into the lead. Finsick has the lead. Let's see what he does with it. MJB is going to deploy. Is he? No, he's not. Is he going for the move here? Not diving on the inside yet. Will possibly happen at some point. But the minute Jens is going to lose places as a result of that penalty, possibly a lot of places, we have to see. That could be difficult for Mercedes. No, not for Mercedes, for Williams. Right, DRS is now enabled for the final lap here of Albert Park. The reduced race length here, but it has been a thrilling race regardless. MJB is going to go for the move early. Is he going to wait? I think he'd wait. Finsick going into none, I think. Just trying to save the DRS. MJB is trying to stick with him. He is really on the rear of the Flying Finn. It's very close between these two. But now MJB is time for the move into turn 9. We've got Blow as well behind. They're going to go 3 wide. Blow is going to the outside, is he? Blow is through on Finsick. This could be an opportunity for Blow to win the race. Oh, he's had a moment out of there. Finsick's still going to get a chance then. They are continuing then as Humph is going to go on the inside. Sorry, cutting away. Humph into P2. No, he's not going into P2. He'd probably try and stay on the podium. Side by side through 12. Oh my word, that's brilliant action. And it's just been held by Humph and he's on the podium. But now MJB has driven an absolutely brilliant race and he's going to win the Australian Grand Prix. We're blowing P2, Humph on the podium, Callum P4, Ricciardo P5, 6th for Jens. Yes, 6th for Jens. And the Constructors' Battle will continue to next week. MJB in P1, another impressive race from the Dutchman. Pole to victory. A very controlled race, I have to say. He drove brilliantly. Nothing wrong with his race. Just an absolutely, just a perfect drive, really. That's how you do it. That's how you do it from pole to win. Now we'll have to decide driver of the day in a moment as we see the Dutch flag flying high on the podium. MJB wins in CLR Friday. We're blowing P2, P3 for Humph. That's P4 for Callum, P5 for Ricciardo, P6 for Jens, 7th for Finsick, 8th for Beyond, 9th for Karuma, 10th for Sixth Path Ham, first points in this tier. And I just need to get the race director on the stream. If you guys need it, it's on stream. Driver of the day. I'm going to award it to MJB because that was a model drive really of how to go from pole to victory. Because he just had control of that race. He drove perfectly in my eyes. And obviously Jens would have been close as well. He had a good race, but that penalty cost him a lot. Humph did quite well as well, but I'm going MJB for driver of the day. It was a controlled, absolutely perfect race from him. It was a perfect race. Right, so that was an interesting race. A bit of less laps than normal, but still a very, very interesting race. We are now going to look ahead to next week, which will be the final week of CLR. So for the Thursday tier, it will be the Dutch Grand Prix. I think Callum will be covering that race. The Dutch Grand Prix, obviously at Zandvoort, and that is the driver's title decider. Now we have in the Friday tier a constructors decider. We have the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa. Obviously, I'm just going to take a look at the points for Mercedes. So let's look at the info. 16 and that's 28, 24. So Mercedes gained 4 more points, and that's now a 6-point lead going into Spa. So they've increased that lead slightly. Right, I just want to say thank you very much for watching today's. It was a good race. I quite enjoyed it. It was a nice battles everywhere. It was fair play to the lads because they fought well. Anyway, we'll see you next week for the final round. And have a nice week. We'll see you then.